NYPD preparing to say goodbye to an officer whose life was taken too soon.
A line of fellow men and women in blue stood saluting Officer Miosotis Familia today, while hundreds lined up outside a Bronx church to honor her. Officer Familia was killed while in a deadly ambush last week. CBS 2's Valerie Castro live now in the Fordham section with the heartfelt remembrances outside the wake. Valerie?
And Christine, earlier today, the line of people waiting to get into the church to pay their respects was almost endless. The first portion of the wake ended about an hour ago, but later this evening, even more friends, family, and colleagues are expected to turn out and pay their respects.
There's no words that are going to take away the grief and the pain and the suffering that they feel.
The commanding officer of the 46th Precinct describes the loss he and his officers are dealing with after the sudden death of Officer Miosotis Familia. Earlier today, a somber salute as her body arrived at the church. Fellow officers stood at attention while her flag-draped casket was carried inside.
It's so sad to get killed like that, you know, trying to protect a neighborhood and didn't get murdered. It's very sad. It broke my heart. She has 3 babies.
This morning, fresh from a weekend trip to Germany, Mayor de Blasio visited Familia's grieving family. She leaves behind 12-year-old twins and a 20-year-old daughter. Another officer from Familia's precinct spoke in Spanish. Officer Familia was a good mother, a good daughter, a good colleague, Officer Flores said. She continued saying, and above all, she was always a good person. It was early Wednesday morning when Officer Familia was ambushed, shot as she sat inside an NYPD mobile command unit in Fordham. Police say gunman Alexander Bonds approached and assassinated her, shooting through the window. Over the weekend, Familia's sister spoke at a crowded vigil outside the 46th Precinct where she worked.
She was an exceptional person.
Her fellow officers say it's the love they feel from everyone that is helping them cope with the pain.
Coming together and quite honestly, the support that we're getting from the community and from random strangers and from our brothers and sisters, you know, in the law enforcement community, that's what's getting us through this time.
The evening portion of the wake is scheduled to begin this evening at 7 o'clock. It will last until 9. The funeral service is set for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. at this same church. Reporting live in the Fordham section of the Bronx, Valerie Castro, CBS 2 News.